Hi, I'm Aubin Gibson, the founder of Adventure Wellness. As a former Black Hawk helicopter pilot, adventure travel guide, health coach, and functional medicine practitioner, as well as someone who's experienced 30 years of chronic illness and pain, I've made it my life's work to help adventurous souls like you with a heart for doing good in the world master their body and mind so that they can live simple, extraordinary lives of more aliveness, adventure, and freedom while becoming the change they want to see in the world. If you're driven by a deep desire to live a healthy, inspiring, and meaningful life, this is for you. If you care about the world and making a difference, but you can't seem to keep up with your own life, let alone that next big thing, nor that elusive dream, this is for you. Adventure Wellness is about the adventure of life and living it well, about personal alchemy, turning lead into gold, water into wine, and living into our potential so that we don't let our dreams and gifts die inside of us, but live the life and make the difference we are created for. It's about living boldly, well, and free. Yes, even in the midst of all the chaos, uncertainty, noise, and interference of life today. And Adventure Wellness is for you if you have an adventurous spirit and a big vision for your life. If you care about both creating a life you love and leaving a lasting and positive contribution, and you want to crush it versus being crushed. So if you're hungry for more balance, more aliveness, more adventure and soul-satisfying freedom, more life, keep watching. And in the next few minutes, I'll share exactly how you can achieve that, no matter how elusive it seemed to be till now.
So in case you're wondering, who is this woman? I was one of the first female Black Hawk helicopter pilots, an adventure travel guide, wildlife biologist, who after decades of life-changing health issues became a human potential coach, intentional lifestyle design coach, and functional medicine practitioner. I also recently became an international Amazon best-selling author for a book I co-wrote called My Mess is My Message, about transforming adversity into inspiration and impact. And as a visionary and thought leader, I founded Adventure Wellness, where adventure, wellness, conscious living, and service merge to create lives of freedom, aliveness, and impact through transformational programs, retreats, adventure travel, and of course, giving back. I'm also a daughter, sister, partner, and friend. I love donning a backpack and traipsing on long journeys around the world, some of which I take my clients on, and cross-country skiing most of the winter. I've lived all over the world and currently reside in the beautiful mountain hamlet of Crested Butte, Colorado. And here are some photos of me with my chopper in northern Iraq, guiding a group of high school girls to the top of an 18,000-foot peak in Bolivia, catching up with friends, and trekking in the Andes and Sahara. In essence, I help heart-driven men and women with an adventurous spirit who want more, create extraordinary lives of more aliveness, inspiration, and freedom. In short, I help people come alive. I help them create the good life, no matter what they've been through and no matter what obstacles they've encountered. As a lifelong adventurer myself and pursuer of the impossible, yet someone who's suffered more assaults to the body and mind than most anyone I know, I've only grown increasingly convinced of the human capacity to overcome anything, and passionate about helping my fellow humans truly live while they're alive, no matter what they've been through, and go on to make the difference they're here to make. And I do this because I myself, a once fearless explorer and high achiever, experienced decades of trauma, illness, and injuries, to include a traumatic brain injury, complex PTSD, Lyme disease, a broken back, 2 near-death experiences, and much more, often keeping me from the life I loved and leaving me feeling like a shell of myself. Many times during those days, I wondered if I would ever feel fearless and fulfilled again, let alone be viable enough to get beyond survival mode and do something meaningful with my life. But something inside of me wouldn't ever give up. I knew that somehow the dark days were going to teach me what I needed to do to heal myself, but not only for myself, but to help others do the same, and that my suffering would not be in vain. I went on to not only heal, but to help hundreds of clients do the same and go on to live the bold, audacious lives they were created for. I've traveled through life with my feet in two worlds. One foot grounded here on planet Earth and all that matters so dearly to us in the body on this planet, and another foot in the invisible, the sacred, the mystical. My friends tease me that I'm both a sensitive and a badass. I'm a warrior and a peacemaker, an intellectual and a mystic. And what I discovered after decades of dancing with life and all of its manifestations is that my calling is to help humanity dance, to navigate the mystery of life with as much grace, compassion, joy, freedom, and aliveness as possible, to experience the fullness of life and live it well, no matter our circumstance. So in these dramatically changing times, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, we have a profound opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to reimagine life as we know it. We have a chance to create and experience a better tomorrow, what I call the good life, which is about purpose, adventure, aliveness and well-being, connection and belonging, beauty and inspiration, simplicity and soul-satisfying freedom. And after years of trial and error in my own life, sleepless nights of prayer and journaling, countless trainings, and thousands of sessions with clients, I created and fine-tuned a system to help my clients overcome the chaos, overwhelm, and anxieties of today and reach their own personal summit. From the foundations of optimal well-being and mind shifting to reinventing yourself and your life to achieving your own personal summit. The world is so hungry for courageous souls to wake up and offer their gifts now more than ever. So I ask you, are you courageous enough to follow the call? And if so, how can you do that in a simple, step-by-step, realistic, practical way? After decades of guiding and working with clients while overcoming my own challenges, I created the summit process to take your body, mind, and dreams to the next level. If you implement the things I share, you'll double or triple your energy, break through the limiting beliefs and glass ceilings that have been holding you back for way too long, and be well on your way to creating a life of great freedom, the life you've dreamed of, the life you've always imagined, yet that before now has felt out of reach. The path to greater aliveness, inspiration, and freedom is where I take clients from the dreamer to the explorer, the visionary, the alchemist, and ultimately the change maker. From the moment you have a vision, a dream of more life, more purpose, more vitality and freedom, till you start experiencing the alchemical changes of transformation and get to the place where you've mastered the art and alchemy of creating an extraordinary life of aliveness and freedom, so much so that you ultimately want to contribute and make a difference and pay it forward in some way. The truth is, no matter what challenges you've faced or facing, myself and many of my clients have been where you are, and possibly worse. The brokenness and suffering I and they experienced for far too many years is what drove me to explore a better way. And it works. It worked for me, it worked for them, and it will work for you. Here are some of the case studies that I have. These first few are a few of my female clients. It's funny how I accidentally organize this women and men, but Susie and Christine and Katie, and you can take a moment to read their stories. And then I'd like to introduce you to Mike. He had come to me after a very severe head injury, and we worked for over a year doing a combination of functional medicine and deep diving into transformational life coaching. And here's what he had to say. And finally, Peter. I love my clients. It's so fun looking at these slides and reading their words. They really, truly inspire me. And if you'd like to learn how you can create the same outcomes for yourself, to have the energy, vitality, and life now that may have felt nearly impossible for a really long time, I invite you to just stretch your limits of what you think is possible and take this journey with me. If you resonate with one or more of the following, then you're a kindred spirit, and it would be my honor to help you reach your personal summit. So are you a freedom junkie whose insatiable appetite for life refuses to let her settle for anything less than extraordinary? Or are you the adventure seeker who has a dream and a vision and an overwhelming desire to change the world? Are you the wellness warrior who craves deeper meaning, radically vibrant health, and experiences that make her spirit soar? The superhero wannabe who dreams of donning his cape and having a hand in creating the world he wants to see? Or the bold soul whose commitment to following her heart means she's willing to do whatever it takes? If you resonate with one of these, let's book a short call and explore possibilities together. I would love to get to know you. I would love to see what your adventure and future is all about and how I can support you in achieving that. Reimagine what's possible. Live boldly, live well, live free, and always follow your adventurous heart.